Hey guys, I am back for a second video, and today I'm going to be talking about all of my absolute favorites in my collection. These are go-to products that in my opinion are must-haves. So as a disclaimer, I just want to talk a little bit about my skin. So I have oily skin and it is definitely acne prone. My issues are kind of texture and I like a full coverage, so I just felt like that was necessary to mention. All of the products that I'm talking about are on my face right now. Literally every single thing that I'm mentioning today, I am sporting because I thought it's the only way to actually give you guys a full feel of what I'm actually talking about. Even though I try new products constantly, these just come back into my rotation every single time. So if you guys are interested in finding out what my go-tos are, keep watching. So one of my major issues is dark circles, and if you have any scarring or anything on your face, you're gonna wanna color correct. Surprisingly, my favorite is actually a drugstore product. So this is the Maybelline Master Camo. Mine is clearly pretty old based on the fact that it's wiped off, but literally I love this. I use it every day. It doesn't crease under your makeup. This is the shade Apricot. I would highly recommend trying this if you need to color correct. Also, don't go too far with color correcting. Some people, I see them like color correcting their whole face. It's not very likely that you need to color correct your whole face, so just chill on that. The next product I have that is one of my major must-haves in my kit is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation in the shade Gingerbread. My shade varies from time to time, so sometimes I mix it. But no matter what, I love this foundation. It is a matte finish. It is full coverage. A little goes a major long way. And it's a little bit thicker than other foundations, but that's fine. I love blending it out with a beauty blender. If you want it even more full coverage, blend it out with a brush. That's up to you. So next we're gonna talk about concealer. This is a big one because so many people have major issues that they want to conceal. And I like my concealer to be full coverage and I want it to do the job. So again, this is a Huda Beauty product. This is the Overachiever Concealer. And my shade is Graham Cracker. Sometimes that varies again, depending on the season. But legit all-time fave. It does not crease under the eyes. It sets perfectly. Just, you can use it to highlight your whole face, but it's really hard to find a concealer that doesn't crease under the eyes. That's a major issue for me and so many other people. It'll also cover anything. So if you had a wild night out and you have major dark circles or whatever the case is, no one's gonna know about that because of this little puppy right here. It packs a punch, and again, just like the foundation, a little goes a long way. And I swear to you, this is not sponsored by Huda Beauty. I just love these complexion products from Huda Beauty. I'm very impressed by them. Next, we're moving on to brows. So for my brows, I really love the Benefit Ka-Brow. So this is in the shade 4.5, and I also jump between 4.5 and 4, depending on how heavy my makeup look will be. It's a pomade. So if you're a beginner, I wouldn't recommend a pomade, but if you're like, you know, an intermediate vibe with your brows and your makeup, then I would recommend trying this because if you're a little too heavy-handed though, like it can look like Sharpied on brows, so you don't want to go there. But if you know what you're doing and you practice a little bit, this is something that stays in place. It's so easy to use because it comes with this little brow brush, so if you're traveling, it's super convenient. Next, we're going to talk about a eyeshadow palette that has just been one of my go-to faves, and I use it all the time. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know like I'm constantly using it. So it is the Friendcation palette by Dose of Colors. This was a Desi x Katie collab, and this is this beauty right here. It just has beautiful neutrals, but it also has pops of major color. This is just like an all-in-one palette. So it has your neutrals, you have your transitions and whatever, but it also has major glitter if you want to amp it up. Loose glitter is so messy, but the way these apply, it's just wild. If I'm traveling somewhere, most likely I'll have this palette on me. Next, we're gonna talk about wing liner. We all know that I am wing it, so I'm just coming in closer to show you guys wing it. I have to have a precise, really nice dark black product. I've tried so many different things, and it's all come down to the Maybelline Eyestudio Gel Liner. This is the shade Blackest Black, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed by this product. And what I like about gel liner is that it's actually forgiving. So let's say you make a mistake and you want to rectify the problem and just take some concealer. You can do that so easily with this product. Whereas I find if you're using a liquid liner, it's a little bit harder to fix whatever issue has come up. So now let's talk about setting powder. I refer to setting powder as kind of like insurance for your makeup. It's gonna make sure it stays in place and it's not going anywhere. So after you work your ass off on blending and doing the most, you want a powder that's gonna oil control, because that would be annoying if you have all this beautiful makeup on and then you look like an oil slick at the end of the day. Terrible. So my favorite powder is the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. This powder works for all skin tones, all skin types. I actually use this in my kit on clients. It's so good. I have oily skin and I need a powder that's gonna put in work. So when I bake with it, it's really good. There's no flashback. Let us move on to highlights. As you know, I love highlights. You can never get enough, and usually I'm wearing more than one highlight. But today I limited it down to just one, my all-time fave. I like using it on my brow bone, on the inner corner, and on my cheekbones. This is the MAC Cosmetics Whisper of Guilt Highlight. This is a classic. This is something that has been around for a long time, but it is a beauty. Let's just swatch her real quick, just to show you guys how much of a punch she packs. Ooh, yes. It's beautiful, and this works on any skin tone. Literally, if you're super fair, if you're super deep, it doesn't matter, you'll love this. And you can also build it up. So if you want to just go looking natural, you can pop a little bit on, but then if you want to go extra, you can just slam that on and nail it, and you'll be like glowing, but in the best way, because I find that this has the perfect, it's like golden, but it's also not too warm gold, but it's also kind of coolish. Like, it's the perfect combo of cool and warm. It's not too glittery. It's like you're just glistening. So next we're gonna talk about bronzer. So lately I've been using the Fenty Beauty bronzer, and I'm using the shade Caramel Cutie. So here it is. It's so pretty. And what I love about these is that there's such a large color selection with these Fenty bronzers, and they're matte. So you can choose the perfect undertone for yourself. It sits so well on the skin. It almost melts into the skin. Also, the importance of bronzer is real, guys. Like, some people don't bronze, and I'm like, what? But how? Even if you are brown, you need to bronze. You need to add that definition back into the face. Next, we're gonna talk about an underrated product, which is blush. I feel like after talking to and doing so many different people's faces over the years of being a makeup artist, so many people just exclude blush from their routine, and I'm like, but how though? It is just a must. Warm Soul Mineralize Blush by MAC. It adds just such a glowy finish to the skin. It looks like you're glowing from within. Whenever I'm wearing this, most likely I'll take a little bit of it and put it on my eyes too, just to tie in the full look. Okay, let's get into lips. So if we're gonna talk about anything lips, you guys know that I love nudes. It's just undeniable that I am a nude kind of girl. If I don't know what I'm gonna wear, there's always like a default nude that I'm gonna go with. So this is the Dose of Colors Desi X KD My Main Liquid Lipstick. This is how it looks, and it actually looks different on every different skin tone, which I really like, depending on the undertones of your lips. This is the perfect nude. Formula, first of all, it smells like cake. Like, it just smells like a vanilla cake. I just love it. I could eat it. It sits really nicely on the lips throughout the day. It's not gonna just dry out your lips and be crusted by the end. I also wanna talk about lip liner. I'm gonna tell you guys what my all-time fave nude lip liner is, because I'm a nude person, like I just mentioned. It is the MAC Hover Lip Liner. Here's one of mine. I have numerous ones, but I don't know where my full new one is, but so you know that it's real, this is how much I use this. Look at how tiny this is, guys. I'm just taking it to the edge with this one. But if your skin tone is similar to mine, then you'll most likely love it. Even if you're a little bit lighter than me, you'll love it as well. If you're a bit darker, it's kind of hard to say if you're gonna be into it, but most likely you will. TBH, it's really, really lovely. I just came a little bit closer just to show you guys my lashes. They are real lashes, and a lot of people think that they're fake. And that is a misconception about winged beauty. For these beauties right here, my go-to mascara is the Lancome Hypnose Drama. This does a crazy amazing job. It's actually more of a recent favorite, but I haven't put it down ever since I bought it. Huda Beauty Resting Boss Face. First of all, I lost the cap. It has a really pleasant scent to it. I don't know how to describe it. It's like, it's just fresh. I like anything that's fresh anything that's freshly scented. But if you're sensitive to scents, then I don't know if this is gonna be a go-to for you. My makeup stays in place all day whenever I spray this on. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not one of those people that touches up throughout the day, except for lipstick. I'll touch up lipstick, but in terms of like other stuff, I don't usually touch up. Recently, I've been bringing out a blotting powder, but that's only because it's summer. So, well, summer's coming to an end. I like my makeup to stay in place, and this ensures that. It's so good. You may notice that I left out contour. The reason I did this is because there are so many different interchangeable contour products that I love, and I don't really have an ultimate fave that can't be switched out. But everything that I mentioned here today are things that I think they're irreplaceable items that legit I don't know what I would do without them. Like if they discontinued them, I'd be like, no! Like I would have issues. Touch me, baby. It feels so amazing when you stimulate me, and you make me want you more and more. What do I do? What do I say? Be all that you need, but what's your fantasy? Thank you so much for tuning into my video, and please suggest some more options for videos that you guys want to see. I have been out here, as you guys can tell. I'm excited. What do people say again? Please like, subscribe, and comment. It's so extra. Like I'm this person right now who's like, hey guys, like my stuff and subscribe. But at the same time, please like my stuff and subscribe. Like all jokes aside, please do all that.